Hey everybody, this is Tim from the Repair Shop, and today we're making two videos on how to make an impression strip for your Hammond typewriter. First of all, the question is what is an impression strip? Well, the impression strip is the piece of material that was stretched between the four posts on a 12 or a multiplex. It looks similar to this, and it would sit between the hammer and the ribbon vibrator, and its purpose was so that when the hammer would strike the anvil, it wouldn't directly damage the shuttle typeface. So if your machine doesn't have an impression strip, I strongly recommend not using or minimizing the amount of times you type with it, because over time you will certainly damage the typeface. Even some heavy cardstock works well, or a piece of just regular fabric. But today we're really focusing on, I wanted to get it to as close of an original one as I could. So originally I thought they were made out of rubber, and the only reason I believe that is one of the ads called it a rubber impression strip. When I went back and looked at the ad, I saw that it said a gossamer impression strip made of rubber. Those are two different things. I didn't know what gossamer meant, so I looked it up. And gossamer, it means to be delicate, as in lace, or light. And I can tell you, when I first thought it was rubber, I started experimenting with it, different types of rubber, inner tube rubber, and then some small sheets of rubber. And the rubber just did not perform the way that I thought it should, nor did it look like the original impression strips that I have. If Danny will come in here real quick. On my 1921 folding, I had these original ends, and these are the different sides. But if you look closely, you can see that there is an underlying fabric base that is vulcanized. It has a rubber over the top of it. And again, that's what led me to use this material. Now, where did I get this material? I got this material simply at Hobby Lobby. For those of you who aren't familiar with buying material, you buy it in fractions of a yard. The smallest amount I was allowed to buy was a 1/8 yard. As you can see, this is 1/8 yard. It cost me $1, actually 92 cents, and I could make dozens of impression strips from this one piece. So material-wise, we're in it for about $1. So why is this important? Because as this material ages, it's going to look like this. So I believe this is the closest material that's similar to the original material that Hammond would have had available to them. So the next part of it is getting the measurements. I've been doing antique machinery, for 20 years, typewriters, sewing machines, whatever. And so if you don't have one of these, it's just a simple scale, micrometer, slide micrometer, and we use this to take the measurements. And I'm just going to show you how to take the measurements on this is the carriage of the folding. So what you want when you're measuring, you want to make sure you're doing on center. So you want to put your points, right between, so you're at the center of the pegs. And if you look at that, you can see that the pegs on center are 1, 2, 3/8 apart. Now, I'm not going to bore you going through the other measurements, but I can show you on this little card that they are on center 3/16 from the corner and up from the top, up from the bottom, down from the top, and in from the end. You're at 3/16 in. The centers of the posts are 3/8 inch apart. If you've got a 12, Hammond 12 or Hammond multiplex, then you're going to be looking at about an 11-inch strip. If you're doing a folding, on mine it's 9 5/8. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and I will finish taking the rest of the measurements, and then the next video will pick up on cutting out the material and how to put the eyelets in. And go from there. And please, I am by no means an expert on Hammond typewriters. If you have any information that can improve or substantiate any of this, please do not hesitate to post it in the comments or to contact me directly. Thanks, and the next video will be up in a few minutes.